Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's final news conference. Now on the dais are the Syracuse Orange. The Orange are 26-7 and defeated Army West Point in the first round to advance to tomorrow's second round game against Albany. Representing Syracuse today are head coach Quentin Hillsman, center Brianna Day, and guard Alexis Peterson. We'll begin first with questions for the student athletes. Once again, if you can please raise your hand and we'll bring a microphone to you. Lindsay in the front.
Hey, Alexis. So another day tomorrow, another underdog who's ready, say they're ready for the challenge, just like Army said they were. They were prepared, and it turns out they weren't. So you're playing another team that's fired up and thinks that it's got what it takes. Just your thoughts about staying up and staying high and not maybe looking ahead to Sioux Falls.
Well, we have to take, it one game at a time this time of year, and we have to focus on the opponent at hand, and we know Albany's going to come out, they're going to compete, and they're going to be ready for us, and I think we just have to stay focused and stay ready as well.
Second row, Seth.
Alexis, in the last 3 tournament games, you've either set or tied the program's scoring record for a tournament game. What is it about these NCAA games that makes you, score even more than you do in a normal game?
Nothing more different or different from any other game. I just want to play aggressively, and this time of year, you're playing for your season lives, and I just want to be aggressive, be in attack mode, and do what I can, do my role, play my part, and if that means scoring, that's what it is, or if it means getting a stop, that's what I want to do. I want to play my role.
John on the left.
Brianna, John Worrell with the Associated Press. What have you seen on film from Sharisa, and have you, what do you make of what she can do, even though she didn't play a lot yesterday? And have you looked back at film of what she's done before?
Yes, she's an aggressive player. Just have to match her aggressiveness and just play hard and tough. And that's with anyone, because there's a lot of good players in the country. She's a good player, but we just have to play defense and clean defense and just keep our heads and just play aggressive.
John in the front.
And Alexis, even with you scoring so much yesterday, Albany's head coach said the one player that they need to stop really is Brianna Butler. How do you kind of react to that?
That's her take on, her scout. And, if she doesn't think she has to stop all 10 of us, then, that may be a problem for them, because our team is more than one threat. We are more than one aspect. We're a unit. And on any given night, in some of our best games, we've had 4 or 5 players in double figures. So, you stop one, you have about 5 or 6 more that can come in and give great numbers and give great contribution.
Other questions for the student athletes? John again in the front.
I guess, so Alexis, how much confidence has this team built, getting to the ACC final and the run that you've been on, despite the loss?
I think we've gained great confidence. We ended our regular season with a big run, 9 games straight, beating Florida State at home, top 10, team in the country. We've had some big wins this year. Went down to the ACC tournament. I think we earned a lot of respect, and we showed, that we can compete with these top teams in the country, and we're just as deserving of the respect that we're getting, and that we're just as good as them, and we can compete with them and win. It's not just about competing, but we also want to win games, and I think we show that with beating Louisville, beating NC State, and competing with Notre Dame. We came up short, but we took a lot away from that loss.
Other questions for the student athletes? Lindsay?
Brianna and Alexis, I know the team was watching a little bit the first half yesterday, Florida and Albany, which was a lot different than the second half. When you took Vanetta away from Army and they tried to plan B, there really was no plan B. When Albany lost their player to fouls, they had a big comeback and were very resilient. What's your sense of Albany's resilience and how they might be able to, if you do something against them, how they might be able to bounce back a little bit better than Army did, and really what kind of strengths they have?
Brianna, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I feel like every team at this time of year is going to keep fighting and playing hard. I mean, that's all we have to do. Is if we are on a run, we have to keep that run. If they make a run, we just have to answer it. Just keep playing through and just win the game, like, and compete with every possession and play with toughness. That's all it comes down to. I mean, they're an aggressive team. They play hard for the whole game, and I mean, we just got to match that the whole game.
Alexis?
Yeah, just to kind of go off of what Brianna said, you know, they understand what this time of year means. They know that, you know, either you win or you go home. So we know, you know, we're playing the same way. We understand that, you know, we can't get down. Basketball's a game of runs. They're going to make their run. We just have to be able to combat that and, you know, do the things that we've done that have made us this good this far.
Any other questions for the student athletes? John?
I guess for Alexis, just, you know, people talking about scoring, but really your team is a lot about defense. And what's it like to be on the court, looking at the scoreboard and seeing 36-6 and knowing how you're able to shut teams down that way?
You know, it's a great feeling, you know, when we can come out and have, you know, that high level of energy and intensity on a defensive end. And I think it kind of translates to our offense. It makes it easier, and we take pride in, you know, being one of the top teams in the country in terms of forcing turnovers a game. And when we look up and we see, you know, after the first media timeout, they have 10 turnovers, 11 turnovers. You know, we want to keep that pressure on them because we know that's what Syracuse basketball is about. We're about turning people over, playing 94 feet for 40 minutes.
In the back, in the middle.
I guess to either one of you, I guess Alexis first. Teams don't often play you guys a whole lot of zone, just based off the way that you guys can shoot from the perimeter. Albany will likely play a lot of zone tomorrow. Do you guys as shooters, do your eyes open up and get really wide-eyed and get excited for teams that dare to play you like that?
I mean, yeah, we would like to take advantage of, you know, whatever the defense gives us, whether it's a zone or man. We know that we're very capable three-point shooting team, and we can get hot, you know, from the arc. If you look back to our Duke game, you know, Maggie Morrison coming off the bench, you know, hitting threes. We have very capable shooters, Brianna Butler, Isabella Slim. We can stretch Julia Chandler outside. And then it just opens us up inside where, you know, they have to also guard Brianna Day down low. I think, you know, we can't forget about her inside and that she's a force to be reckoned with down there, too.
Brianna?
Yeah, I think regardless if people play a zone or man, we have great shooters, so it doesn't really matter, in my opinion. I mean, we're just going to play our game and listen to our coach and do what he tells us to do. And we're a shooting team, so we're going to shoot whether you're right there or you're not. So, yeah.